All right, is the following conditional true or false? If it's true, explain why. And if it's false, give a counterexample. So this one's an interesting one. Um, you have come across this one already. I don't know if it was on a quiz or just in the study guide. I think maybe it's just in the study guide. But um, if it is snowing in Dallas, Texas, then it is snowing in the United States. So I'm going to draw just a little Venn diagram to give a kind of idea. Okay. And I'm going to say this is Dallas. Actually, let me do a better job of that. This is Dallas, Texas, and this is the US. Okay, so essentially, if you're in, oops, if you are in Dallas, then you're in the US. Okay, so when it snows in Dallas, it's snowing in the US, right? Because some people say, but it's not snowing everywhere in the US, and their counterexample is some other city in the US. And it's like, okay, well, it's also maybe not snowing in every single corner of Dallas, Texas, right? There might, because clouds are, things in the sky that aren't perfectly evenly distributed. So there might be some snow falling in one part of the city and not the other. Does that mean it's not snowing in Dallas? No, if it's snowing somewhere in Dallas, it's snowing in Dallas. Just like if it's snowing somewhere in the United States, then you say it's snowing in the United States. Okay, so um, it is true. If it is snowing in Dallas, then it is snowing in the United States, because when it's snowing somewhere in this place, then it's definitely snowing somewhere in this place. Okay, now, uh, yep, number 60. Write the converse of this. If it's true, write true. If it's not, provide a counterexample. The converse of this, we switch the positions of the uh, hypothesis and conclusion. So we say, and I can actually do this as a little screen grab. We can say, if this, oops, sorry, thanks for your patience. If this, then this. Okay, we've switched the hypothesis and the conclusion. Now, if x squared equals 16, then x equals 4. Is that always true? Well, it would be true if the only thing that you can square to get 16 is 4, but there's something else you can square to get 16, and that is negative 4. Negative 4 squared also equals 16. So just because x squared equals 16 doesn't mean that we started with x equaling 4. So that is not true, okay? So we would say, I'm just going to write false here, so just to make clear, that's false, and here's the counterexample. And this is true for any time you square something. The square root could also be negative, assuming that it wasn't a length that you started with. You're never going to have a negative length. So if you squared a length to get 16, you know that length was definitely 4. Okay? Now, what is the converse, number 61, what is the converse and the truth value of the converse of the following conditional? Let's do the same thing that I just did before, which is to trim off the if, let's say if, and now I'm going to screen grab the conclusion of this one and put it as the hypothesis. If its measure is 90, then an angle is a right angle. Okay? If its measure is 90, then an angle is a right angle. Yeah, that's a good definition of a right angle is 90 degrees, right? Because it's reversible as well. So I will say true, and we're done.